Geek Squad.
You're still tuned in to Joy 99.7 FM and also watching us live on Facebook on Joy 99.7 FM, our Facebook page. Just gone by was News Night with Evans Mensah and MFA Apau. Of course, it's Tuesday, and you know what time it is. It's time for Geek Squad. And we're here to have conversations about technology that concerns you. Now, Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN, choose your own bundle, your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. My name is Sandister and I'm sitting in for your regular host, Kobe. I also have the regular panel, Winston and Michael here. Hello, guys.
Hi. Hello. Welcome to you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So today we are going to talk about something really simple, which is why do we behave the way we do on social media? What informs our social media behavior? Is it just our real nature, or are these platforms gradually shaping the way we behave? Or it goes both ways. We are posting motivational words, Bible, Quran verses. What's the reason? Is Zuckerberg paying you? People are distracted. People can't pay attention. They are constantly on their phones. Why? Your successes, your failures, whatnot, your problems, you are sharing them. And then we are also going to look at certain terminology, certain behaviors that you are in the thick of, but you do not even know that now psychology has a name for those things. Lurking. You never post anything on social media, but you are constantly watching what other people are posting. People can see you in their stories. If they do a rock call, they will see you, but you never post anything. People are ghosting each other on platforms, though, in conversations. People's DPs. What really informs all the things that we keep doing? And the sub-posters, someone will offend you. Instead of going into their DM and, talking things out with them, you are sub-posting on social media, expecting the person, then you come and check if the person might have seen it. What really informs all of these social media behaviors? This is just us. Or now the platforms are giving us room to behave that way. Or even inducing new things that we were never doing in the first place. So we are going to have an open reflection on why we do these things on these apps. And the WhatsApp line that you can use to join the conversation, because I really want to hear from you guys. 3 of us, we cannot have enough experiences to carry this show. We need you to bring your opinions in. 055 11 11 997. Yeah, 997 as Enjoy 99.7, So that should be easy. We are going for a break. And when we come back, we are going to look at the psychology of social media. Stay tuned.
When you can be anything, who will you become?
When you can go anywhere and never feel alone, how far will you go?
When you have the means to make your dreams real, when will you start?
When your voice can reach every ear, who will you inspire?
When your money can travel faster and further than you ever could, where will you send it?
When you can tell a story in every language, which ones will you tell?
When nothing can stop you, and everyone's behind you, and the whole world awaits you.
Don't go alone.
Go with us.
Everywhere you go.
Geek Squad.
And we're back. Winston and Michael, good evening. But before that, Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. I need to, remind you. Michael and Winston, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Michael and Winston.
Welcome.
Michael and Winston. Right, so the topic we are treating for today is simple. Like I said, why do we behave the way we do on social media? We are trying to look at the psychology or the ideas or the reasoning behind the things that we do. But before then, yesterday was an Apple event. Were you able to catch that? Any highlights for you?
Highlights for me. Interesting stuff. I will definitely buy a MacBook Pro just for work, and Apple is doing great things. They've understood the business and the engineering of things, and they have the advantage of being a one platform attending to one software. So their software hardware optimization is perfect. So they are really jumping on that, and they are making good stuff, great stuff, especially the laptops. Everything else I wasn't particularly interested.
Are you happy that the ports are back? Are you happy that finally we have pods natively on the machines?
Here's the
and
thing.
you don't need an adapter.
Here's the thing. I'm not happy the way Apple is making it seem like they're doing us a favor.
As a favor, they took it away in the first
Yeah,
place.
nobody asked you.
Nobody asked
But
them.
yeah, I'm super. I'm happy even MagSafe is back, because that was one of the best charging systems ever. The chances of you breaking your laptop was very slim, because if you crossed it, the
chances of your child or your pets or both breaking a laptop is now far reduced.
Yeah. Michael, will you miss the touch bar? That is gone.
Oh no, it can't
Go on.
It can go. It can sleep. It can sleep. I mean, I do regret that, Senna, you never let me play with your touch bar. That is the one thing I regret. But yeah, it can go. It was a novelty.
Please, who is Senna?
They know themselves. And the touch bar they didn't let me play with. But it was a novelty when it came. It was very interesting, but it wasn't. They made it seem like, oh, with this, the computer is perfected. No, it wasn't, because clearly we found much room for improvement by, among other things, throwing it away. So really, you've wasted years of our lives to finally get back to
I feel like our time has been wasted.
It really has been wasted. But then the thing is, they came out so strong, because the machine, I'm slightly annoyed because I don't want to buy it, but as a creator, I'm very inclined to, because the new machines they brought, the specs are looking very, very good.
They look heavenly, I should say.
They are charging Apple prices, which I mean, they had to let you feel pain some way, somehow. But like,
Apple is expensive.
Not bad. I might actually. No, I won't. I can't. But if someone said, "Would you like one?" I wouldn't squeeze my face as much now. Now I'd consider like, sure. Sponsorship. Yeah, you know, we are here.
Bring us something.
1 or 2, 3, actually.
All right, so to our listeners and viewers on Facebook, you can just Google Apple event 18th October, and you can get the lowdown on the new Macs in town and the features that Apple took away some time back. They are making a comeback right now. So we will now go into our topic. And my first question, Michael, if you want to go first.
Oh no, sorry, I just remembered that still along the topic for the tonight and this whole Apple event.
Yeah, go
After
for
the
it.
event came, some guys made a video. They're like, "Oh, a new Mac has come, so it's time to throw our old Macs away." They're all putting their Macs in the bin.
What?
And then someone noted that, like, you can tell how much money they do not have to spend on a new Mac, but how slowly and carefully they are putting
it
Macs
away
into the bin and stacking all the other ones carefully on top of each other. Because if you're throwing something away, you know. When you have eaten your banana and you're taking the peel, you're not going to store it like it's a piece of jewelry. You're flying that thing into the bin. No, these guys close the machine, shut it down neatly,
and
folded
put it down
into
quietly.
the trash. Throw it and see where your money will get you, since you want an Apple so much, or because it's playing for the social media.
I still have a mid-2015 model somewhere, and I will not even close or shut it. Some of these machines are really built to last. So, I mean, until you are not getting the updates that you need, you better keep it. Because $2,000,
is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot to get a new one.
Yeah.
So does social media shape who we are, or we are who we are already? Just that social media has given us an opportunity to display. Or it goes both ways. You think in the boardrooms, they are making decisions such as, now people are beginning to use social media in a certain way, let's change to meet them halfway. Or it's just they are feeding us things that are just changing who we are. Or we are like that. We spoil already. It's not social media that is doing anything to us.
I think it's both. So the interesting thing is that I think in the beginning when social media was thought up, when we talk about, I wasn't even high five and stuff like that. It was just casual, like we are just hanging out and we are all just talking. It was just a platform to connect with your friends when you're away from them, and then maybe possibly it was like digital pen pals and stuff like that. Then Facebook and the others came in, and with time they realized how they could weaponize, and that's what they've done. They've weaponized social behaviors. So it is both ways in the sense that we started off and it was all good. The companies weren't particularly interested in controlling how we use the apps, but with our behavioral patterns, they were like, okay, you know what? Let's push the crowd this direction. Let's push the crowd in that direction. And then they weaponized it for their own profit. So yes, we spoil, but the companies have spent millions of dollars trying to understand us as a people and then pretty much testing it out. So yeah, it's both ways.
Okay, Michael.
I mean, don't forget that social media's primary business model, first off, it was an experimentation in constant communication,
Right.
which as a species we've absolutely failed, because the way we make use of that constant communication is suboptimal at best and self-destructive at worst most times. It's in order for you to make use of that constant communication optimally, you need to put in a constant effort, and nobody wants to do that. You mentioned ghosting, you mentioned sub-mentioning people, like all of those are aspects of it. But then when you say someone is good at communicating, you want to be able to reach them at appropriate times when things happen, and you can message someone for a crucial issue and you just see that double blue tick sitting there in your messages, and then he won't respond till a week later. Oh, sorry, I just saw it. No, you did not.
And this person has probably been online the whole time. You can
Oh,
see that they are online.
Straight double tick. They read it online and they went off, and then go on and off, and but nope, no response to me. Then 1 week later, oh, sorry, I just thought. No, you did not. But then meanwhile, the communication has successfully gone through. But then the human being chose this is the best way to react. But even then, with all that, that also is aside the fact that most of it is optimized for advertisement and clicking. You have to react to something. And again, back to who we are as a species. We are terrible people. We are terrible species because what do we like? We like bad news. We like the worst of things. Whenever we see, I mean, the incidents that occurred last night involving a certain music star, instantly people jumped onto
We're
that.
like vultures.
Yeah, but meanwhile, I mean, we are still waiting for what the investigation show. But so far, everything is leaning credit to the fact that they just sat back and decided this would be a good idea. Let's do it because we have a lot of influence. And the next thing you know, like a wildfire in a petrol station, everything just exploded. And what do we have to show for it? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. But meanwhile, there have been constant calls on social media for people to receive donations for treatments. Just send in 10 CDs, send in 5, just small crowdfunding things. And some are successful, but a whole lot more are not. They're sitting there waiting, and month after month after month, you still see that this person's life is taken away. But then the calls for donations are still going on because people are not as engaged and interested in trying to help someone feel better. There's controversy to be seen.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no, we know.
So you just went straight for the kill on one of the the topics I wanted for us to discuss after asking the first question, and that would be ghosting. So for our audience listening and then watching on Facebook, we will look at the first social media or messaging or communication behavior that has become rampant because we are in online times. Ghosting, where someone, you have business with this person. You need to engage this person. You need to answer this person's message. Not that you are obliged, but along the lines of, let's say, morality, or you have something doing with this person. And then the person will send you a message. Then you won't mind the person. That's what we call ghosting. 1, have you been ghosted before? 2, do you ghost? 3, why on earth do we ghost people? Why don't we just tell people things as it is? As in, my friend, get out of my DM. But rather, you will let them keep going on and on and on and on. And then you leave them on red. Ghosting. The art of ghosting. The way Winston is laughing,
Oh.
check like you do it a lot. Eh?
So
Ghosting.
have I ghosted before?
And
Yeah.
I beg.
Sorry.
Let me just repeat the WhatsApp lines: 055 11 11 997. Have you had an experience with ghosting before? Do you ghost people? Why do you do that? In real life, if they met you and they asked you a question, would you just walk past them? If not, why are you doing that in your WhatsApp DMs? Why are you doing that on Facebook inbox? Why are you doing that on Instagram and Twitter? Why are you ghosting people?
I think we should mention that Joy FM is not ghosting you
By not reading your messages. I promise to read. Okay, no, not
We
promise.
can't read all of them.
I can
please.
attempt
we are
to
not
read.
But we do see them and
Yes.
we acknowledge them, but I can't respond to every single one. So we are not ghosting you.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are not
trust
ghosting
us.
you. I like that plug. That was a good one.
Ghosting. Have I ghosted before? Yes, but I still respond to people. So I have this thing. Maybe it's an OCD. I think it's an OCD because when I have my phone, when I check other people's, I can check some of my friends' phones and they have like 50 something unread messages. I'm like, how are you doing this? Like, why do you have so many messages unread? I do my best to read everything. I don't like seeing the numbers at the top of my chats. I don't like seeing that there's a pending message that I haven't read at least. And even like a WhatsApp status, if I normally don't slide into that side because if I slide into it, I have to see everything. So
Me neither.
Why?
it's just the thing. I don't like seeing the numbers there, so either I avoid it, but if I jump in there, I'm just going to leave it to run through everybody's status, whether I'm interested or not. But why do we ghost? Have I been ghosted before? Yes. Does it bother me? No, because I understand that people have things to do. And maybe they are not in the mental space to reply or talk to me. Or
I
maybe,
like that word, mental space.
or maybe they are just
Busy
inconsiderate.
Or inconsiderate.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, it could be anything. And when people are ready to communicate, they will. Because it's very social media is, as we all know, it's the digital version of social interactions now, but on a much larger scale. Which, in truth, humanity was not made to have that many people having an opinion of what you do.
Or even trying to have a conversation with you at a time.
It's not something we do. No, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're in the office, you're not 100 people in
Talking
the office
to
talking
you,
at
the same time.
Yeah,
True.
that's group chats and everything.
Yeah.
So, so it's like,
Okay, you had to go there. Group chats.
I will say I ghost family group chats. I'm not gonna lie.
I love my family group chat. actually.
Bruh, no, like the
memes.
broadcast, the broadcast messages.
The baby photos and the pet photos. I love my
When I
family
say
group chat.
family, I mean like extended family.
Extended.
I'm not.
Well, actually, it's my extended family. I'm referring
Wow.
to, yeah.
You must really like them.
I
I'm not saying I don't like my family or anything. I'm just like, there's several with what we do.
There's a lot
here-
of warmth there.
with what we do, I see them posting fake news and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I'm
yeah.
like, should I bother? No.
Yeah.
And I just skip. So I never really talk. I just get it like to get over. So I do ghost certain groups, and that's because I just don't want to engage because I feel like I know what's gonna come
Yeah.
after I start this engagement. It's going to be a back and forth, and I probably don't have the time or the, like I said before, the mental space to be able to deal with these kind of things. As for people ghosting me, like I said, I feel like people have things to do, and when they are ready, I mean, maybe I will begrudgingly respond and feel some type of way. Maybe. Especially if it's business, there you have no excuse for not
to ghost people.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
not responding. It's one of the
It
worst
means like
feelings.
we actually have something going here.
Yeah,
Come and reply.
I'm come to
and-
give you money. I'm come to dash you money. I'm
Stop
buying
wasting my
something,
time.
and then, oh, I'll text you back. 3 weeks later, nothing.
But what about somebody who owes you and is not about business?
Bruh. You know what, Michael? Let's hear.
Michael.
I don't even want to talk about people owing or anything.
Yeah,
I mean, I was
you
gonna
want
say
to talk about
you
ghosting.
can't ghost a bat. Sorry, is that a wrong message? No,
You can't ghost a who?
no, you can't ghost someone. It's just bad forms. You owe somebody money and you're ghosting them. Like
Yeah.
you read a message or you don't respond, or you clearly see you're online receiving messages and then you don't.
Sometimes
respond.
they're even posting on social media.
Oh yeah, spending the money that they should be paying to you. No, do not do that. But
Yeah.
if you do intend to keep doing that, please leave your location on. Post a lot of pictures too, so you can see where you are. Post your Uber trips, so you can come and celebrate with you. Possibly collect our money back, but hey, I'm just spitballing here. But no, I mean I've done my fair share of ghosting. Like Winston said, you're not always in the right the mentally correct space to respond to certain things. And even there are certain, the group messages are really bad. Some of them you just, because sometimes you're trying to focus on work, and then you just keep getting messages, and you think something important is going on. No, it's because your mute from your alumni group chat has gone off.
Yeah.
And then in the space of 5 minutes, a conversation is now 500 messages deep. And then when you open it, you're curious, what are they talking about? You read 2 words, 2 messages of the topic at a time, and realize that no, this is not going to benefit my life in any way. If anything, it's going to annoy me, and I'm going to get into an argument with people I've not spoken to in years. Mute. Set for 1 year. Once again, leave my peace of mind. Onto other things.
Mute for 1 year, 1 week. Sometimes I'm like, should I mute this for the time being? What if they say something that is important to me? What if,
don't hesitate.
then I'm getting FOMO'd. We will talk about FOMO. Now, I have a message here from Sly, and he is trying to respond to the first question I asked about, is it a give and take, or social media is affecting us, or we are rather influencing the platforms? Which is it, or what is it? And Sly says, we are made of good and bad, and social media has presented to vent our plights, a place where you can almost get away with everything, a platform for the voiceless. But for social media, you won't be reading my message. All right. Depending on who will determine what's put on there. Thank you, Sly, for sending your message. Anyone else who wants to speak about... Okay, there's another one. Good evening. You didn't add your name. Mostly when a relationship is going bad, people start ghosting. Okay. He or she or they are contributing to ghosting, what we asked about ghosting. Personally, I do not ghost because I don't like it when people do that to me. I open messages when I'm ready to reply. Etiquette.
Yeah, that's.
I want to put this person on the
And
spot.
then there's another one. It says, G, I'm Kwame. My MP self they ghost me. Okay, Kwame. Why should your MP be replying you? Does he even know who you are? Because sometimes people don't respond to messages from strangers. And how did you even get his number? Well, so yes, if you have something to say about ghosting or the first question, 055 11 11 997.
Actually, on the MP parts, the MP might have put his number on the billboard. Ours did it when he wanted us to vote for him.
Yeah.
And then he said, talk to me anytime.
Yes.
And then, perfect ghosting. Phone calls and messages couldn't get through to him. So, yeah.
To touch on the muting thing.
Yeah.
One thing I do, which I recommend and don't recommend at the same time, is my phone is always on silent.
Okay.
So if I'm going to go into any social media app, it is a conscious decision I've made because I'm not getting any alerts as to someone has sent me this message or nothing. So it is my personal decision. I pick it up and I'm like, okay, I'm opening this, I'm checking out WhatsApp. Okay, I'm responding to these. I am lurking here. And I just don't like the numbers, so I'm just going to go through everything.
Yeah.
But keeping your phone silent is bad in the sense that if you get a phone call, you won't be able to know.
Yes.
But it gives you the opportunity to make that conscious effort or to know that if I turn on my phone and I open this app, I choose. I didn't get any notification. I didn't hear any ping. I didn't hear anything. I made that decision.
All right.
Which for a guy who takes naps as constantly as you is very, very interesting.
All right. So now you mentioned a word. Lurking. So we are moving to lurking now after ghosting. Please, for those of you who are new to these words, take them seriously because now it's being used to describe our behavior, our character. It's almost like the things we were learning in the textbooks. So lurking. Let me describe lurking. People can see you watching their statuses, but you are never posting anything. You are constantly in people's IG stories, but you never post anything yourself. I think some might even like just, very impersonal, like those emojis, reactions we leave on Facebook posts. But for you to go on the person's page and see that the person has posted, never. And they are lurking. And such people also tend to have certain behaviors like people are posting too much. They have no lives. Constantly posting. Meanwhile, you are there consuming the things they are posting. So who doesn't have a life? The person who is posting and probably benefiting from it, and you are sitting there like a snub, just watching everybody's post but refusing to post. Lurking. The art of lurking. Anyone wants to go first? Do you lurk?
Yes, but there's nothing pretentious about my lurking. Like I said, I just want to get rid of everything.
Yeah.
So I just hit it. Sometimes I just hit the first one and leave my phone there when
And
it's
let
done,
it go.
and let it go because I
But you
don't.
know, for me, if I'm not looking at your status, which I don't do because I'm trying to preserve my mental health, I do not want you to see me in your status because I haven't watched it. Don't get the
If I make that mistake of swiping to that side, then I have to.
you have to.
Then I have to. I'm compelled.
I totally avoid WhatsApp statuses. I don't know why.
Watch it. You
I
just,
don't. Yeah, I don't.
you just
watch
turn it on and
There are
leave
few
it
people
there.
are watching. One of our producers, Dennis. Check out his statuses once in a while. And I'm like,
You see,
oh, okay.
when I go to check WhatsApp statuses, like I have about 2 people, a friend whose memes are so on point. So I always go to her. When I wake up, I just go and check. Because I want to laugh.
Okay.
I want to be happy. But anything else, I beg. I don't want to see something that would just trip me up.
Yeah, fair enough. We want to be happy. Actually, that is why we go. I mean, on WhatsApp, for
Yeah.
example, it's only like less than 5 people's statuses I check out. I mean, one of whom is obviously Spiky, but that's kind of like, oh, what if I had posted a status? And then it's like, he posts the same thing I'd post. And I'm like, yes, brothers are like,
I have never posted a status before.
never.
Never.
I think I do about 3 a month.
Never. Like, because I don't use that feature.
How you know how much you use that feature? WhatsApp status? I do about 3 or 4 a month.
Once every week or 2. And even
Yeah.
then, sometimes it depends. Sometimes I do one, or I might do it in the best.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
Then pretty much the same thing, give or take, is what I'll take to Instagram. But at least there's the difference being with Instagram,
Yeah.
as opposed to WhatsApp, where you're posting directly from what's on your phone. Instagram, you can say, okay, I am watching. I've seen this picture, I've seen this there, so you can share directly from. So it makes it a bit easier because the algorithm is always feeding you the things you like. So you're like, oh, more of the things I like, so throw it out there.
Yeah.
And the same thing too, you go and like, okay, who are the people I know who always give me that dopamine hit whenever I go and look at their
Yes,
status,
dopamine
right?
hit.
I watch all of yours. Then skip and next on you, I'm not interested. Next, next. Then once you go to the 7 or so people, like, okay, that's enough social media for the day.
For the
On
day,
to
you're
the next
done.
one. Sorry, that's enough Instagram for the day. On to the next social media platform.
Oh.
On the weekends only, because I remain productive at work during working hours.
Yeah.
Don't laugh so loud, Winston.
But yeah, to be honest,
We need to form an association, like Ghana Association for what? Social media lurkers. Like,
the truth is, people take it for granted. But what you said is like not even just an association for Lakers, but an association that will address the mental health
of the lurkers.
of everybody
Yeah.
using social media. I was randomly, I think it was 2 days ago, I was randomly thinking, I was like, having a retreat for people who want to get a detox from social media
Right.
would be very nice. As to how many people would be willing and capable of doing it, that's a totally different question. For me, it's very easy.
Yeah.
I barely tweet. I barely post anything on Instagram. I think I have like 2 or 3 posts on Instagram.
You still have your Instagram. I thought it had been closed already.
So I actually use my Instagram to talk to only one person.
I love IG, actually.
I-
It's my favorite platform.
I don't. The funniest thing is, as much of a techie as I am, I don't understand IG. I don't
I
get it.
love
I don't know.
IG.
I don't know how it works. I know what it's meant for.
Yeah.
I know how the algorithm will feed you things just because of even things you've seen on Facebook or
Yeah.
things or websites that have had Facebook's links embedded in. I know how all of that works, but to actually take the Instagram app and tell you that I am savvy around it, I don't know anything. I don't use it for anything.
All right. So I have an article here from Medium, and it's just to give you 9 things that could probably let you know that you are a social media lurker. And there's lots of research saying that those of you who lurk, not partially, like it's generally what you do, actually you are not doing yourself a favor. So let me just let you know, because I care about people's mental health online, and just see if you're a lurker. So list of signs that you lurk on social media is like you peruse the news feed on regular and you don't leave any comments. It's like you are looking, and you are an onlooker for a shroud of comments, like the drama, everything happening while people are busily engaging. You are just looking on. And then also you actually make the effort to visit people's accounts without, you don't have a plan of contacting them. But there are people from your past life or people you currently know, but you just go there to go and look at their accounts and what they've been posting. You actually spend effort to doing that. But it's not like you are going to contact them. You just want to see what's up with their lives. And then also, you keep saying, me, I never check Facebook. Oh, social media is a waste of time. But yet you are there consuming the content, spending just as much time as those posting it. You can mentally tell people the itinerary for other people's Facebook and other social media activities. You can tell everything they've been doing. You know who had the baby. You know who bought the car. Yet you say you are not on social media. And then also, you like to look down. You're a bit of a snob. You like to look down on other social media users that, for them, they have decided they will post. And they are active online. You just see them as for these people. They have nothing to do with their lives. Yet, you are still consuming the content. So if you have these signs, you've seen these things about yourself, please know that you now fit the status of what they call a social media liker. Now, I'll take some comments and then we'll go to the next habit. A lady here says, hi, or hey, the DP looks like a lady, so I just said a lady. Hi, good evening. Interesting topic, social media. I think that it's the terrain now. So if it's like you don't post things on social media, you don't belong. Thank you for sending that in. You did not add your name. There's one here, Ken from Jolu says that, good evening. So this guy, a friend, bought a phone from me, paid half and promised to pay the rest in a week. It's been a month. He doesn't pick my calls nor reply my messages. So I wonder why people ghost instead of answering and saying something. Ken, he doesn't have anything to tell you. So please, Ken's friend, the one who bought the phone, I beg, if you are listening to us on Joy 99.7 FM, kindly get in touch with Ken on Jolu. No, at Jolu or in Jolu. And please pay up. There's another one here, Raymond. He says, as for ghosting, I am an expert. I have very bad phone habits. I can leave my phone somewhere for hours. And unfortunately, I have Michael's OCD. So you will see me online. Message has ticked blue, but truth, I haven't read it. How does it check blue when you've not read it?
So you can just select check as read. And
Oh,
I do that
mark
a lot.
as read,
Yeah,
that
mark as
one.
read, yeah.
Cool, cool.
move on.
I just want the number to go away. Lurking, I'm number one. Raymond, the association, please, we'll make you the president or the chair.
Are you sure about that, Raymond? Because what do you call it? I just got a message from someone. Look at his unread messages.
1362.
Well, said person uses Telegram more than WhatsApp, though.
Or maybe it might be on several WhatsApp message groups. Or that one doesn't count. By the way, I just need to... have you noticed that WhatsApp, now, when a message or messages you've archived, you receive a new message
then it pops
in
up
that...
again.
You will see the number, but it doesn't move from archive into your inbox. So you might actually be missing people who are sending you messages.
Or maybe
I'm sure you can...
I have never archived. You people really are doing a lot of stuff on some of these apps. I have never archived anything.
Sometimes there's a lot of rubbish.
Oh,
You just
make
need
them
to archive and go. So Raymond is saying, the day I post anything, I get calls. I see you are that person. My people want to be sure my account hasn't been hacked. Raymond, you're a lecker. Is there another comment that we can read? Okay, so Ray J in the US says, I don't take delight in saying I have over 5K messages in a WhatsApp group and another over 55,000 in some Telegram old school group cause of social concern and irrelevant personal stuff, fake news, and pornography. I don't even check to clear the numbers unless I really have the downtime. I scroll through. Anyway, who is this new sitting in for Spiky? I think, hello, Ray J. Please, next message. Sly has come back. He says, you say 1 year, I get forever cry. I will mute most groups. I think we should give Sly a 5-year or 10-year button.
Well, the interesting thing is you can actually mute apps. You can, in your system
True.
settings, you can mute
True.
the
These
app.
days the phones allow,
Yeah.
yes.
And it won't even show you notifications.
But you see, maybe there are days when you might want a message from that app, just not from certain people.
Oh, well.
Right. So the next, any other messages for us? Godwin from Dodoa says some people are boring in groups. Some people must be handled that way. Above all, social media is cool. So I think we would we will go for a commercial break, and then when we come back, we will look at the rest of the terminology. That's the ones that we have time for. We'll be right back.
My man, I heard there's a new app on the streets that does it all for you.
Ah, really? How is that possible?
Charlie, I also could not believe it too. But I downloaded the app and I'm telling you, I was able to chat with my friends, make video calls, and...
Well, we know of many apps that can do that.
Oh, let me finish, la. I was also able to listen to the latest songs, play games, and read the latest sports news.
For real?
Yeah, and I can send and receive money from the app. Amazing, no?
What's the name of this app?
It's called Ayoba.
Ayoba.
Yeah, Ayoba.
Get Ayoba, your all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, share, play, pay, and listen to music all in one app for everyone. Enjoy Ayoba with MTN and download the Ayoba app today. Everywhere you go.
Well, welcome back, everyone. For those of you watching us on Facebook Live and those listening to us, it's still Joy 99.7 FM, and you are hanging with the Geek Squad. Myself, Sandister, I'm sitting in for Spiky, and there's Michael here, and there's also Winston here. And Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. Now, MTN wants you to know that it's giving away loads and loads of gifts to you for just doing what you do best on your favorite network. Now, you too can live your best life and enjoy so much more with MTN rewards. Just keep talking, texting, and browsing all day, and don't ghost people every day to collect points and use those points to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. MTN Rewards is gifting you discounts on some of your favorite restaurants and stores and allowing you to redeem airtime today. All you have to do is just dial *550#. Okay? *550# and get your MTN reward today. MTN, everywhere you go. So, gentlemen, we are back, and we've looked at ghosting, we've seen lurking. Let's look at DPs. I have had an era in my life where anything I felt, like if I'm sad, I change my DP to black.
Wow.
I was very young then. I look back and I wince. I'm like, Sandister, what do you think you were doing? Like, my DP was so expressive. Please, what? Those who still do that, like, if you're having a rough patch in life, they blank the DP out. You won't see a photo of you. Yeah, though you have their contacts, and it's certainly not set to private. You will see that this guy or girl has changed their DP. And it's not the usual DP. Some cryptic stuff. Please, do you express yourself through your DPs, especially on WhatsApp?
No.
Well, what was the last time you changed your
Man,
DP?
that is the fair question. I remember there was a point in time when I was in uni, and I had my DP was a poster for a certain movie I was expecting, and I was waiting for this movie for 2 whole years. So my DP was that picture. It got to a point where one of my professors came and she was like, "Change your DP."
Your professor? That is the apocalypse or something. Like a professor coming to tell you.
Like, change your DP. You've had this for years. And I don't know. I just, it's a DP. I don't know. I don't see the point. Same way I don't use status is the same reason why I don't be changing my DP. Unless my most recent DP I've had for also possibly about 2 years. I don't change it. I don't
2 years?
Yeah, I don't have, it's not that I don't have the time. It's just, I just don't bother.
I don't know, like, girl, why are you in this conversation?
Redeem the rest of us.
I'm in this conversation
Michael.
to be the other end, the people who don't be using social media as much.
Your professor told you to change your DP.
Yeah,
Isn't that bad enough?
Yeah, so I'm a good metric. If you guys want to detox, I'm the man. You come and see.
You need to start a conversation on detox in action.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it does get burdensome. You know, this whole thing where you in the moment you feel a certain way and then you change your DP, and after that mood, as fleeting as it is, passes, there you are now, you want your good photo back. and then you realize that you've wasted time changing a DP, people will see and not even understand because they don't know what you are going through. They don't even care. It's not that they don't understand. They don't even care.
That sounds
And
very
then you
personal.
expressed yourself for what?
It sounds very
Oh,
personal.
no, I used to do that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I used to do that. Like when I'm having a rough patch, I just blank my statuses out and
You
I
leave
don't know why.
riddles and deep quotes.
Oh, as for me, I wasn't the riddle kind of person.
Okay.
And I think we will come to that too. Sub-posting. That's one interesting thing where you do what the accounts call a kutia. You know you are talking to the person. Go into the person's DM and talk to the person. Now you are disturbing all of us with cryptic messages on social media. Yeah, DPs. Michael?
Once a year.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
So on the panel, it seems like I'm the one
Look,
who
I'm
bothers with my DP.
I'm burdened with handsomeness, but I don't need to spread it around
Yo.
constantly. So once a year, I change my DP. Wait. I may as well keep
Guys,
the population
go
balance.
onto Facebook. Join 99.7 FM. Go to our Facebook page. You get to see Michael riddled. Please, what you said?
Burdened by
Burdened
handsome.
with handsomeness.
Yeah.
He is handsome though, but I want you to see for yourself. Please make your way there and leave your comments. Rate how. Okay, no, I won't step into those waters. Just go and check Michael out. Okay?
Look, I've said stupid things on social media and been beaten for it. Don't rate me though, but yeah, I've been there before.
Right, Michael.
yeah,
DPs and our emotions.
Once a year, oh geez. You see, I don't put mine inside the DPs. It was inside the status updates,
Okay.
especially on Facebook, WhatsApp is
yeah.
text.
Yeah.
But right now, because the good thing about WhatsApp is that it keeps an archive of them, so you
Yeah.
can keep going by cycling them.
Yeah.
Right now, I've just stuck mine to just two stanzas from songs,
Yeah.
and they just flow after each other. So depending on my mood, and I just find that applies to so much in my life. Like I can just switch between them every once in a while. And someone might say, "Oh, what's going on here? Is everything okay?" It's a song. Relax.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing too much. Y'all are doing too much.
Hey, I mean, one DP on WhatsApp per quarter or every other quarter is cool, yeah? That's what my
That's
mature
not bad.
self
That is
does
not
now.
bad. That's
Like
not
one
bad.
per quarter. Especially when there's a day where I look really dolled up and I'm like, nah.
You
this one,
can't
the
let this go to
selfie,
waste. You
yes,
have
I
have
can't
to
let-
put it out
exactly,
there.
I
And
need
even as you posted it, like, okay, here's the one for the DP, and then here's the remaining three to let you
To
know
let
that
me know
yes,
that.
this one there I have really spotted on. Yeah,
They said the ultimate test of self-confidence is for you to turn on the cam and take the photo straight onto the platform without having to choose which of the selfies is.
Michael, since you are burning
like
with
one photo,
handsomeness.
no, pa, you've gotten your DP.
Michael, since you are burning with handsomeness, have you ever done this?
Please,
I
is
haven't.
there anyone listening who
I
has
haven't.
actually?
I haven't dared to simply because my phone will not be able to handle the influx of
Oh, okay.
of goodwill.
Oh, okay.
So I have to step back and then degrade my photos a little bit before putting them online.
Okay. I feel you. I feel you.
All right.
I mean, as I suffer here, I must not let others suffer as well.
Yeah, we agree. So now let's go to sub posting. Like at first it started as sub tweeting and sub posting and whatnot. Yeah, okay. There's a message here. I take that before we go to sub posting. Someone says just watching the crowd. I like to hide myself on WhatsApp. No DP. Hide last seen. No blue ticks. My about is no contact. I like to hide myself. Yeah, cool. I mean, if it works for you,
Yeah.
if it works for you. I mean, I've had times where I put Kermit. This meme of Kermit the Frog drinking Lipton.
Oh.
I love that thing. It's a coping mechanism.
Oh.
It's a coping mechanism. And my mother said, listen, you have such a nice face. Why you keep putting a frog on your DP? I said, Ma, it's just a meme. Cool down. It's
no,
just a meme.
both of you. He does the same every
Oh,
time.
you like Kermit?
Every time you say, he doesn't even bother with the Kermit image.
No, I
Every time
just
you
put
send
the
him a
tea.
message, he just puts it. He doesn't even bother adding the frog. He just puts a picture of tea there.
Of tea there. I totally
you say
love
anything, you just look at it and you try tea. Like,
Okay,
why?
Winston, someone digged up your dug up, sorry. Dug up your
See, that's it.
My Instagram.
It's
yeah,
what
your
like following two people. Posts two.
Winston.
No,
Winston
two posts
Watcher is
following
very-
200 and something. Now I need to find whose number this is.
So please, two posts. You know, what is that?
So-
BMs?
So those two posts are actually things that I shot on
Right.
a whim, and I just put it there.
All right. So let's go to sub posting. There is a video that went round where there was a lady in there saying, instead of you putting something in your status and checking it every hour to see if the target have seen it. That was what she said. Instead of you putting something on your WhatsApp status and making sure the target have seen it, why don't you just send straight to the person and have peace? So that's my question. Why don't we send it straight to the person and have peace?
The truth
What
about
is sub-posting about?
the truth about humanity is that
We don't have
many of us are opposed to confrontation. There are not a lot of people of us who are very confrontational.
Yeah.
Those who are confrontational, they will send that straight to you, and they will at you and mention you and put a picture there and everything,
say whatever
and location
happens.
and everything. They will come straight for you. But generally, we are very, very non-confrontational, which means that we are very passive aggressive. So
Yeah.
that's what subbing is about.
Subbing is a passive aggressive behavior, guys. Don't think you're doing it sake of, oh, it's just social media. It's actually getting into your psyche that
Yeah.
you are passive aggressive. You can look that word up. It's not a healthy place to be.
Yeah. So basically, it's one of two things. You post it there. It's like you're giving yourself vim. You're stoking yourself up. I've posted it. If the person doesn't see, cool. We are all cool. I'll go and sleep. But if the person should dare reply, you posted this in the first place, then I'll also jump onto. And if vindicate some people, make them feel like you made the direct shot first.
Yeah.
So I am defending myself. So that's how many people wipe
at
many
it,
people. But
yeah.
I love reading subs on Twitter. Like it's like a whole riddle. Like who is this for? Who is this
drama.
for?
Where's
Yeah, it's
where's
fun.
this going to end?
Yeah,
Drinking your tea.
yeah, true.
I know, right? Kermit drinking tea. And Michael, you want to say something about sub posting?
Oh, I mean, I'm such a non-confrontational individual. These things just pass me by.
Yeah.
And besides, no one needs to sub me, because if you sub me there, I mean, I'll come for you. But then again, it's
If you sub me, I'll come for you.
I mean, what do you call it? I'm not necessarily hard to describe in most cases. So it's not, you talk about me, like, yeah, we know who that is. So, but the thing is, like, it's non-confrontational behavior. I mean, if it is important, which usually it isn't, if you're talking about it, I wouldn't bother responding anyway, because if it was that important, we would be talking about it. But clearly it's not, because if you don't feel it necessary to tell me this is what we have to talk about, all right, I literally have other important things to do. So use your data.
If subbing, the visual representation of subbing is like two very heated people who have grabbed each other by the scruff of the shirt, and they're like, hit me, no, you hit me, hit me, no, you hit me. That's what subbing is. Until one person throws a punch, this fight is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is why subbing is actually one of the more interesting parts of social media. And I enjoy it.
I think we should be wrapping up soon, but there's one more I'll just throw in, and because it's something that is really important. The culture of insults. Like, when I say the culture of insults, just this thing where sometimes there's a post, there is a news story, there's something, and people can just make their point without calling someone names. People can just make their points without insulting. What people can be so? Why are we so unhinged? Like, can't we just make points and arguments and things without just calling out behavior with very bad words?
Well, because on social media, there's barely any repercussions. I'm posting this comment, very negative comments. You don't know where I live, do you? But if you caught me in the streets and I told you that face to face,
That's always my question.
It's
Would
a
you
very
do
different
that?
thing. We do that because we are protected by the
glass screens,
internet.
yeah?
The
The internet.
internet protects many people, so they can say what they want. Or, I mean, some people just say it to ruin other people's days. There are
Yeah.
vast, very malicious reasons why people have some negative sentiments are truly how people feel. I'm not going to deny that. Maybe you truly have this feeling about it, and that's fair. That is your prerogative. But by and large, it's because of the smoke screen, which is the internet. I mean, if they create a social media app where all your comments, your location is on at every point in time,
Yeah.
I don't think
People would behave
we'll
like
have
that.
this kind of
Right. Michael, you want to say something?
I mean, like I said at the start, it's as social media as broadly has failed experiment in constant communication.
Yeah.
And one of the things that doesn't help its case is the fact that there's this air of anonymity about it. You don't know who I am. You don't know where I live. All you know is what I have presented online. And if I decide to present something else different from what most people think, you will never know. And if I decide to say whatever that you feel you don't like, you can't come and hold my V-neck and throw away my chicken talia. Like, I'm free.
Chicken what?
Don't worry. I just exposed my age by saying that, but it's okay.
Talia. Gosh. How old are you?
There's 7 people who are old enough to remember this. You know yourselves. You can't laugh at me because if you know how old you are as well.
I know Talia. I don't know chicken Talia.
No, just the mere fact you know Talia shows your age. That's fine.
Millennial.
The
Anyway.
golden generation.
Right. So we are wrapping up now, but yes, I will talk to you about MTN and what they want you to know. So MTN is giving away loads and loads of gifts to you for doing what you do best on your favorite network. And you need a reminder. Now, you too can live your best life and enjoy so much more with MTN rewards. Just keep talking, texting, and browsing all day, every day to collect points and use those points to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. MTN Rewards is gifting you discounts on some of your favorite restaurants and stores and allowing you to redeem airtime today. All you have to do is just dial star 550 hash, star 550 hash. Pick up the phone, star 550 hash, and get your MTN reward today. MTN everywhere you go. Now, this has been Geek Squad on Joy 99.7 FM. We always come your way every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's your plug for all things technology. We talk to you about them so that, we are in the age of technology, so you can't be left out of the conversation. Today, we were talking about general social media behaviors that are now being discussed along, it's found its way into psychology discussions, like our behaviors being shaped by social media, or we are the ones rather even influencing these platforms and how we interact with them. And before I go, I want to say thank you to Michael and Winston for coming and sharing their views. It was fun hanging with you guys. Today is my first day and I totally love it. Yes, and
was fun.
Well, you're welcome to do more.
Thank you. And then I'll also say that, guys, we know that social media has affected us in so many ways, but then sometimes there's also inspiration there. It depends on who you follow. So prune your timeline, prune your follower list, or let me say the people that you follow, the following list. And then, see if you can tap into some of the goodness and not always the bad stuff. Thank you for listening, and we'll probably come your way next week. Have a good evening.